Alright, we're out here today again. We got some snow last couple days. Right about 3 inches or so worth. It's not too bad today, so I figured I'd do some cutting. It's right about 30 degrees outside. Tuesday before Thanksgiving. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, I got a sinus issue going on. Kind of sound funny, but we're going to pick up where we left off out here, and I'm going to mark out the rest. Well, this is a log that was underneath that one I previously cut, but we're going to mark this out. Try to keep going on that one. I got a couple of rounds that I took out from the last load I took up. I didn't work last night. I'm actually off all week, so I wanted to cut yesterday, but I didn't feel very good yesterday. I slept a lot of the morning. Kind of a wasted day, but we're going to pick up where we left off and keep going out here. I might cut a little bit off the end of that when it's hanging out. But nobody's out here deer hunting today. I thought my dad might be out here, but he's not. So for those of you that missed the video I did a while ago, the way I mark my logs, I hope you can see, but on my handle I have a zip tie. I zip tie this on here. I can turn it out of the way, turn it back. The end of this zip tie is 18 inches from the edge of my bar. That's what I cut my wood at. I am selling some. If guys wanted 16 inches, I let them know beforehand that all my wood's cut to 18. If they specifically want 16 inches, they got to ask for it. Like I say, I cut mine 18. That works perfect in my wood stove. As much as I'm quote-unquote in business, I guess, without specific circumstances, I'm not going to cater to what they want necessarily. That might sound bad. That kind of sounds bad, but we're going to get this cut and marked out. I see I got a couple more rounds over here, so actually I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds on the ground that I left out here the other day. This one, end of that log is all that powdered sawdust from that ash borer, so I'm going to cut that. I'll come up a couple feet and make my first mark and go from there. You can see the end of that log where the butt's sticking out. That's the one I cut previously. Sorry. So I'll mark this one. I'll probably mark some up that too. I did bring my cant hook with me today because I didn't know if they'd be frozen in the ground or not. This one's actually elevated off the ground a little bit, so I'll be alright for the first little while, but that way I can roll them over. I'm not fighting with the snow and they're frozen to the ground and stuff like that. So I have not warmed these saws up, so we're going to see if they start. I mean, they will, but might take a couple pulls. Not too bad. I like my steels. They run good. I've never had an issue with any of them so far, knock on wood. But and I'm not saying that like Husqvarna isn't a good saw. I will say I've used Echoes before. I don't remember what the small one is. About the same. I mean, it's equivalent to this saw. It's like a 30cc saw. It did not run very well. And it was like a brand new saw. It wasn't like it was used. But it just, there was, I mean, for a 30cc saw, you don't expect a whole lot of power, but there was like nothing in that Echo. I mean, we were cutting pine with it. It wasn't like it was oak or hickory or something like that, but it was struggling a lot. My stepfather-in-law had one that somebody gave to him, actually. Used it once, gave it to him, and he put it up in his cabin for cutting firewood, and it just, I don't know. I'll take this with me next time. I'll use this. But this only has I measured it out. It's like a 13-inch bar. I think I'm going to put a 14-inch with a regular chain on it. Once this chain goes bad, it's got that micro chain on it. Obviously, it's not made to pull a great big giant bar and chain, but just, I mean, an extra inch and a bigger tooth. But that's what I'm going to do once this chain goes dull. So we'll get started here, and here we go. that's how we're gonna do that. Grab the other chainsaw here. I'll grab my cat hook on over here just so I got it. It's actually it's a can hook, but it's a log jack. I think I might buy a new one. This one, it's a cheap, whatever the brand is, the carrier tractor supply, County Line or Country Line, something like that. The point on there is not very good. It's actually already bent, but so I mean, I'm gonna buy a new one. I don't know when, not today, obviously, but. Wow, this cold weather's really affected my sinuses. But we'll buy a new one here eventually. Maybe springtime we'll get a new one. Yeah, cold, cold, cold. This is a Farm Boss 271. I think in the future I'll get me like something a little bit bigger, maybe like a 362, something like that. Professional grade. This is a big good saw. I really like it, but maybe something just a little bit bigger. But we have a 661. I have not pulled it out, and I don't even know how many years. The tanks are empty on it. Actually, we drained all the tanks on it. It's a lot of saw to use for this kind of stuff. There's no need for a 661. The kid in me really wants a 500i. Just because. There's no reason. I don't need it. There's no reason to have one. Oh, I thought I heard a deer running, but nope. There's no reason for me to have a 500i. I just think they're really neat. Someday maybe, but they're like a $1,700 chainsaw, and I just don't have the need for it right now. Someday maybe, but not right now. This does me good. It's got a 20-inch bar on it. It's been a good saw. I really like it. Like I say, something a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, a little bit more power behind it. Something I could run maybe like a 24-inch bar on. I got water on there. Yeah, something just a little bit bigger, a little bit longer bar. That way I ain't got to bend over as much, but we'll get this cut up and we'll see where we're at, and then we'll go from there. hit the dirt on that one. It's hard to see with the snow, but yep. And that's what a log jack does for you. Gets up off the ground, roll it over. I could take that foot off and just use it as a cant hook if I want to, but pretty nice. Serves a purpose. There we go. There's another log under here, but just so much. Yep. What I do with my other chainsaw? Uh-oh. No, it's all bad side by side. I'll bring you guys over here. Oh. There we go. We will get this loaded up. There we go. And I think I say this in just about every one of my videos, but if you do firewood, I'm a big advocate for these. And I'm not saying you got to get this exact one. This is a Fiskars XA22. It's called a hookaroon. Steel makes one. Wood Miser makes one. I've seen a couple different off-brand ones. I don't know the names of them, but them seem to be the three big ones. Steel, Fiskars, Wood Miser. If you don't have one of these, get one. I'm telling you, it's worth every penny you put into it. These are a couple of rounds I left out here yesterday. You see, pick them up just like that. No bending over. No bending over. I don't bend over to pick up wood anymore. Even if you're young, doesn't matter. It'll save your back long term. Picking all this up by hand is a lot of work. It's the majority of the work when it comes to wood. I'm going to move you a little bit so you can see where I'm at, but if you're cutting wood for yourself, helping a neighbor, helping a family member, whatever, get yourself one of these things. They are worth their weight in gold as far as I'm concerned. I know I've seen videos where guys have firewood processors. They keep one of these handy so they can reach in there and grab stuff. And they serve a ton of different purposes. I used to bend over and pick these all up. I used to. I really did. And I'm only 35. You pick up 3 or 4 cords and carry them through the woods, your back's going to feel it. I don't care how young you are. You can drag wood. I've seen guys use them to help roll logs over. You get wood delivered. Like you have a log truck show up and deliver wood to your place. And that's how you cut your firewood. That's fine. I've seen guys use these to pull logs off of the top of piles. I will never go without one again. If this one breaks, which I don't think it will, it's got a lifetime warranty on it, but if it breaks, I definitely will buy another one. Same day. I will be on Amazon ordering one and getting it delivered to my house the same day. They are worth it, 100%. Big advocate. I looked at them for a long time before I finally bought one. They are worth it. Buy one, I'm telling you. Oh. The only thing I'll tell you is don't swing it towards yourself. I have never hit myself with it. But I've heard of stories of guys, standing here and swinging like this, and they ricochet right in their shin. And I can tell you, even if that doesn't puncture your skin, which it very well could, it's gonna hurt. Swing next to yourself. Don't stand in front of it. Swing to the side, whatever. But I'm telling you, best investment I ever had as far as firewood goes. actually kind of getting warm. I got a sweatshirt on. This jacket's pretty warm, but I got these are fleece-lined blue jeans. Not quite cold enough to bust out the bibs yet, but it's coming. Oh, I guess I'll hold that to you. You can pick up little logs and throw them just like that. It takes a little bit of getting used to use one, but I mean very little. There we go. We'll get you over here just a little bit. Very little getting used to. I mean, you use it for a couple hours, not even that. I mean, 45 minutes maybe, and you're pretty much an expert with it. There's not a whole lot to it. If you could swing a hammer, you know, obviously if you're doing firewood, you probably used a maul at some point in your life. Not all that different than using a maul. I did sell 3 face cords of firewood the other day. Guy come and picked them up. 150 bucks. Was very happy. There was a lady that wanted some delivered, and I told her I could deliver maybe like a half a face cord at a time. Delivery is not my thing. I do not have a pickup truck. I do not plan on buying one. In the future, I will go back to a pickup. I had one for a long time. I will go back to a pickup, but I had a really nice F-150. I know. There's a Ford. You Chevy guys, get off my back. But I really like my Ford. Now I will say, I am a Ford guy as far as pickup trucks go. I do feel Ford makes the best trucks. They're built heavier duty, they last longer. The only thing I will say is when I bought mine, I bought a first generation EcoBoost, and they had timing chain issues. Mine started to have that issue, and I traded it in before it got that far. I actually know the guy that bought it from the dealership I traded it into. Lo and behold, 4 months later, he replaced timing chain. I knew it was happening. It was under warranty. The dealership said, no, it's fine, don't worry about it, there's nothing going on. And once you know it, I was right. I'm not a mechanic by any means, but I know a little bit about motors, a little bit about engines. And just based on what it was doing, I can tell you there was something not right, and I knew it was something with the timing. I didn't know what. Obviously, timing chain didn't break, otherwise it would have grenaded the motor, but yeah. I've looked at Dodges. I'm still leery of them. They were notorious for transmission issues. Granted, they claim to have fixed that, but I don't know. I do think if I bought another Ford, I don't know if I'd buy the EcoBoost or not. It got good gas mileage, I'll give it that. I've looked at getting the Eco Diesel from Dodge. The dealership I went to actually wouldn't even let me buy one. They wouldn't let me test drive one. They said there's too many issues. They had 3 of them up on lifts getting new motors put in them. They basically told me, not yet. Down the road maybe, but not right now. And I trust them guys. I bought a lot of vehicles from them in the last couple of years. I think we bought, I don't know, 4 or 5 vehicles from these guys in the last probably 6 or 7 years. I mean, I trust his judgment. He said no, I said okay. They get great fuel economy, but if I'm going to replace the motor, it's not worth it. I don't know if I'm going to go back home and split this stuff today or not. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to haul a couple loads up, maybe 2 or 3 loads, throw them in my pile. It is a pretty nice day out, so I might split some. I don't know. We'll see. I finally got myself a little trail back in here, so we're working on it. I will say there's a lot of trees down in here. And unless you're willing to go out and spend a ton of money on equipment, there's not really any other way to do firewood. Tractor, I mean, you can bring a tractor out here with a trailer or something on it. I don't think my tractor will fit back in here, but this will be the last piece in this load. And I think what we'll do next, we'll run this up to the house. We'll drop this off. I think I'm going to come back out right on the other side of where I'm parked right now. I'll flip you around to show you. There's this tree right here. You see this tree? This is a fairly hefty tree, probably 14 to 16 inches across. Do the same thing, mark that up down the way. It's sitting on top of the stump. You can see where it broke off, but I think we'll cut that one, get that out of here. Get that moved out of the way and move on to the next one. So for now, it's what we'll take up to the house. Like I say, I can fit right about a half a face cord in the back of the side-by-side. I don't think I quite have that much. I got some empty space over here, but probably a third of a face cord. That's about what I do in every shot, so that's what we're gonna do. That's where we're at for right now. Go up to the house, grab something to drink, come back out and keep cutting. Like I say, I got time today. I don't work. So if I can get 3 or 4 loads out of here, that'll be good enough for me for now. But we'll catch you on the next one.